Hey ladies, how are you? This is Jamila Tallulah and I am here for a quick little tutorial on a version of my corrugated jelly roll flowers. Now when you do these flowers, of course, you're going to have a variety. You can get corrugated packaging from a variety of sources. I will show you these and show you some things I did with these, and then I'll show you the previous ones. So the previous ones I had brown cardboard, and then I simply, so you can see the brown corrugation, and then once I put it together, I just painted it. Okay. A tip for this, if you're going to paint them, you want to use very little water, because the corrugated cardboard will soak it up, obviously. Or if you want that whitewash look, use a decent amount of water. You'll just have to wait for them to completely dry. Then I did another one out of this, and all I did was take one end of the flower, and I used my Spectrum Noir markers, and as you can see here, on the high parts, I used one color, and then in the corrugated section, or the valley, I used another, and it gives you a little motley look. So maybe you can see this better. So you get some color automatically. This one, it's a little harder to see, but I cut the edge. One edge is straight, so if you see the one edge, and the other edge is cut with these scissors. And I have a huge set of them, so you can use different edging to cut it, and then it'll give you a little, this one gives you a little shabbier look for those shabby chic folks out there. And then you can do it in different sizes. Okay, so then let me show you what I did today. So I'm going to take this one. I did a small center. Okay, then I took another strip, and we're just going to cut out this shape here. Okay, and these will be petals. So let me see if I can get this in camera. I'm just going to take it and round off a little section like that. Okay, I'll cut a couple more because I think that was off camera. And it doesn't really matter how big, you won't cut that off. And just do a couple more. And you're just giving it a rounded edge on the end. And no need to be perfect. Cut that. Okay. So then, obviously you have your glue gun heating up. You'll have pieces. Okay. And all you're really going to do is take the piece and kind of scrunch it up at the bottom. Hold the top kind of like that. So you're going to scrunch it into a petal. Just like that. Then you still have some corrugation. Now remember, as you're squeezing, you're going to lose, some of it's going to go flat if you squeeze too hard. So you have that in the back and the front. Then what we're going to do, I've got a couple other ones scrunched up. I'll do it again. Just take it in, scrunch it up at the bottom. Or if you wanted to, you could probably cut it narrower, but kind of get it a more ruffled effect. So then I'm going to take the core that we've already done before. You've seen me do that. Okay. Alright, for me, maybe some people haven't seen me do that, so I'll go ahead and do one just real quick. Here's the leftover piece, and I'm going to go ahead and take this and roll it. It's really easy. You just roll it in the center. Get it tight a little bit there. Put some glue gun on it. And roll it. Hopefully you can see that. And then you just do it along the way. And you want to do it corrugated side out. Now, this is a packaging from something else. I can't remember what. And then just cover the whole tab at the end. And roll it on down. And there you go. So then you have your corrugated jelly roll. Then we're going to add some leaves to the center. Or petals. So you could be petals or flowers. So then we're just going to take these and add them around. So if this comes out well, you'll see it. And if it looks horrible, you won't. So I'm going to take this, put a little dab of glue here just so we don't have to keep holding it. Glue there. And you know you gotta give it time to dry or tack up. And then what I'm gonna do is take that edge and just put it in one of the corrugated centers. You can go, oops, sorry. So I'm gonna take this edge and just put some glue on the edge here. And take this and just pretty much place it where it looks good. So I'm going to put that right there. And get your next one. And you could do assembly line. You could just take them all and glue the little centers down if you wanted. Put the glue here. Okay. Find the next space that you wanted. And I think I'm just going to put mine right beside it. Okay, so, and you can overlap the petals, so there. So put some glue there. So it kind of gets it all stuck down. I dropped it. I'm trying to go kind of quick here for you. So we've got that. That going. Okay. And then get another one. Add it on. You probably hear the trash truck outside. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Alright, then I'm just going to go up here a little bit. Put it on that section. Get me a little part here. Hold it down. Okay. And I'm doing this on my phone, otherwise I would just go ahead and fast forward it, but since I'm on my phone. Okay, and then all I'm doing is just kind of pulling the petals out a little bit. And then I'm going to put a fourth one on. I hope you find this interesting and fun. And then you can just build that up. So then the last place I'm going to put this one for demo purposes is right here. And just cover up pieces on both sides as well as the center. And then stick your little piece on here. In there. So it covers up. And the more you get on here, you want to make sure you hold it longer so it'll stay. And if you guys make some of these, please go ahead and do some video links down below. I'd love to see them. And as far as corrugated packaging, you can get it in like boxes, you know, Twinkie wrapper kind of things. Like the bottom of that, you would just want to make sure you clean the food off. Just wipe that off a little bit. Okay. And then I've got some leaves. And you could go ahead and do a second round and add more leaves if you wanted. Let's go ahead and, well, let's go ahead. If you want to, you can fast forward to the end of this, or you get the idea. But I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Do my little scrunchies with the glue. And because I got so much glue on this one by accident, I can just go. And then you could color these leaves. Well, here, let's do that. We'll do this one. And glue this down. It's drying. And then come down here further on the stem. And you can make it come out like this. Down further. And get it attached really good. And then now what I'm doing is just kind of squeezing all the ends together. So see, I'm squeezing the ends together so they stick out less. And it's going to give you a bulky flower, definitely a bulky flower. Okay, so then you have this. And so right here, because of where placement, you could add, you know, keep adding petals around. Okay, or I added this one further down so that once it's dry, you could actually pull it down like that. And be careful because you don't want to pull it off. And if you do, just take your hot glue gun and tack it back down. Like there, right there. Probably needs a little tacking. And then you could color it differently. Okay, so I think I kind of like that look going on here. Pull it out a little bit. And now you could paint this. And like I said, be careful with the paint. You don't want to get too much water. You could paint it. You might be able to spray it. I don't know. Probably with your alcohol inks. You could do the tips. Or you could leave it white. You could add some beads, some sequins, some shinies. And there you go. Now the end's going to look like this. So when you glue it down, you'll probably want to glue it down more on the side. Or if you actually have something that you could stand them up, like that, you could stand them up and glue it at angles. So there is the corrugated, what can we call this one? Corrugated bud flower. How about that? We'll call it the corrugated bud flower. Thanks for watching.